Hi everyone, today we will feature, let's say, a new type of the kits. That will be a car kit, but it's, let's say, multimedia kit, as it's, for example, written on the side of the box. You will see it next in the review. That's a Nissan Deltawing from Studio 27, and it promises to be a really interesting kit. This car is done in scale different from those usual 132 scale cars, or 124, sorry. Here, as you can see, it's 143. I would zoom it in and now you see it. So it's written here, it's a multimedia kit for the Deltawing from the LM2012, which was participating under the race number of 0, which is reserved for special cars which are tested on the track. So let's open the small box. As you can see, it's quite small in comparison with my hand, for example. I would zoom it out a bit. Now you see it. So this box, it's a top opening box. We open it and then we found the manual, then a bubble wrap, then car body, what else? Cardboard, and properly stored various parts for the car. So let's check them by one and see if they're really good or not. So I suggest to begin from small parts and then we will move on to bigger ones. So wheels are given as rubber parts. Nevertheless, those rubber parts feature some molding on the sides, even though, let's zoom it in, then we focus the camera and now you see it properly. So here are wheels. As you can see, some flesh on the inside, some rubber stick on the outside, but it's all cuttable, let's say. As you can see, some molding is done on the sides, no protector on the wheels like on the real car. It's a sleek wheel. Of course, there are two pieces. This would be placed in the rear part. And we have special needle, which I suppose would be holding all those wheels. As you can see, it's done from the bronze, I suppose. Then we have front wheels, which are also done in the similar fashion. There are two of them, of course, and as you can see, there is molding on the sides, on the walls, and of course there are the pins which would have to be cut. I think that's not a big deal, because anyway you would place, that's not a toy, so you would place it with, let's say, bedside in the inner part of the model. And here we have the short needle for the front part, which would hold front wheels. Then we have two screws. I'm not sure what they would be used for. Of course, for attaching something, but we have to specify what. Any parts, any small parts are packed in the sealable bags. That's a quite nice touch, because it would be easier to, let's say, deal with them. And another quite interesting addition is that on the bottom of the box there is bubble wrap, which would preserve parts from possible damage. Then we have separate sealed bag with what's inside is, I suppose, some clear part. Yep. It's a clear part, vacuum formed. I'm not sure what they would be used for, but as you can see, quality is quite nice. But you would have to learn how to treat those parts. And as you can see, this vacuum form was packed in the bubble wrap, so you don't have to worry about its, let's say, state after a long shipment. Then we have plenty of metal parts. So what we have here is not just metal parts. I suppose those parts would be used for wheels and some external parts. Here are even some small elements. Really interesting here is, for example, this part. I don't know why it has this R on it. We will see it further in the review. Here is another part with F on it. And then we have, what else? Then we have special parts for wheels, I suppose. These ones. This one is for the rear and this one is for the front. Okay, here is one more. Then we have those parts, which are approximately the same as I showed you before. There are two more similar, I wouldn't show them. Then we have those elements from white metal. They're also nicely molded. Of course you would have to use plenty of primer in order to paint those parts, but I think it's absolutely worth it. Then we have some small parts. I would show them all in once. So here you can see them. As you can see, quite good quality, on par with all those white metal productions. I mean, I can say that it's one of the best because I review these parts often. They see how like quality differs from manufacturer to manufacturer. Then we have another bubble wrap, and we have two PE threads and one decal sheet. So decal sheet is here. As you can see, it features symbols, even decal for the steering wheel. Again, symbols, symbols, symbols everywhere. Then we have two PE threads. Here is one. As you can see, here is a part for the steering wheel, belts, some meshes, and small parts. And here is PE thread for wheels, with brake discs, rims, and here is another one small. I don't know what it would be used for. Then we have body of the car, which is molded and packed separately. And what's interesting here, because it's molded as a one piece. Nevertheless, don't worry, even though it's like white metal part and it's like dangerous to ship it, but still it's packed carefully with all due attention. I just have to open somehow. Give me a moment. Okay, it's quite heavy body, but you can get the idea what the car would look like. Here it is. This car had quite unusual shape, and it was famous because it was like really low fuel consumption. I think it was even an electrical car. I don't remember precisely. But still very nice. As you can see, diffuser will be molded from separate parts, not molded, let's say assembled. And the only problems, for example, here I can see big edges between parts, so you would have to deal with them. Maybe you would have to adjust some parts because I'm not sure if it should fit like this. But other than that, it's really nice. I like that even those parts feature recessed panel lines, and as you can see, even some small hatches are molded. Of course, there are some those minor not scratches, let's say, but production problems which you would have to sand carefully. Otherwise, it's really nice. And what we have else here? It's assembly instructions. Let's zoom the camera out. Now you see them. They're provided on this, so let's say, several page paper. As you can see, that's why kit featured only 3 cylinders, because here you can see only 3 of them, and another front wheel will be replicated with in another way. Other than that, as you can see, it's 3D instructions which are quite understandable and should be easy to guess. And here we have parts map, which is really useful for decal placement because there are plenty of them. It's a sports car, race car. And covers are given as just simple markations, so it won't be a problem to pick up the right one. It's just a black, semi-gloss black, white, red, matte black, silver and gold. So that's pretty much all for today, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to check the full article on our website as usual, and I would like to thank you for watching this video and see you soon.